dumb.
Testing. All right, we're on the air. First of all, it doesn't look dumb. Welcome to the Back Theater Podcast. This is going to be a little unusual. We're kind of working. How would you call it, Hans? Like a rebrand? Is that what you would say?
Something like that.
What is the? I don't know what the corporate terminology is. Right? We've been doing this show for like 9 years.
We've been doing this show for 9 years,
and it's only been audio. Right? Matter of fact, when we first started doing the show, maybe it's longer than 9 years. Mateo wasn't born.
Mateo, I'm not. You were just married?
No, I wasn't just married. I just moved to Albuquerque. So I was like I made like 2 or 3 years. Because remember you and Bill did a show while I was in the hospital.
Oh.
So it's got to be at least 12 years doing this stupid fucking show.
Yeah, we've been doing this podcast for a long time.
That's wild. Yeah, that's right. Because it was at least a year before Mateo was born.
And you know what's funny about this podcast is we purposely decided not to grow. Everybody else monetized their shit. You know, I watched the Horrible Decisions ladies. You know, they started their podcast. It's not even a Horrible Decisions anymore. It's just decisions because they couldn't get they couldn't get advertising.
Oh,
the amount of advertising they want. They can only get like sex type advertising because the name of the podcast.
Oh, you couldn't get advertising for like Nivea lotion.
Yeah, you couldn't get like Tide Pods.
Yeah, Tide Pods.
So the funny thing about this podcast is we don't give a fuck.
So, so it's been primarily audio or only audio, and we're kind of working into right nowadays. It's like most podcasts have some kind of visual component. Yeah,
niggas want to see your ugly face.
Niggas want to see you, so it's like, okay, we're gonna try to slowly work our way into that. We got to do some promotion for a project that comes out next month. So it's like, okay, let's start to do some video work. And I told Hans I'm going to introduce the audience to video podcast Moomba, and I was going to do it. I was going to do it off camera, but I decided to do it on camera. So this is audio podcast Moomba, right? Now,
no background, no nothing, just
now I have some background. Did you see my little Black Panther?
No, bro, no.
You can see it.
No, we can't see it.
No, it's there.
I'm not saying it's not there. I'm saying we can't see it.
No, it's you can see it enough.
Oh, I'm glad you believe that. It's so interesting that I have the perspective of the audience, and you're going to completely discount that.
This is
whatever, nigga. Just do what you want to do. Like I'm not.
This is now video podcast Moomba right here.
Oh wow! Wait, where did Moomba go? Where did he go?
Exactly.
Where is he? Bring him back. Who is this stranger?
It's a totally different guy. It's a totally different energy. I feel like one of those red pill niggas. Like, hey, you ladies want a high value man, but you out here breathing oxygen. Your man needs that oxygen. You ladies want a high value man, but you want to eat 3 meals a day. Your man needs that food.
The relationship podcast from people who don't have a relationship is the best grift of the 21st century.
That is an amazing grift, man. Niggas with
I don't even hate on it.
No kids.
I don't hate on it, man.
They are literally in a basement. No, maybe they own it. But at one point it was their mama's, but a lot of them is still their mama's basement.
Single women who haven't been in a relationship for more than like a year telling women what to do.
Oh, they're like relationship coaches.
Men who maybe fucked one person are telling you like how to get a woman. And it's working. It's incredible. Meanwhile, the niggas who know how to make it work will never fucking tell you. I'm never gonna tell you. I'm sorry. I'm not telling you shit.
Hans, first of all, that's not true. You are a know-all.
No,
you are a know-all.
Man, I talk to you.
No, but it's not just me. You have
I talk to you, man. Like I don't.
You do have.
You can never accuse me of. You could never accuse me of giving relationship advice.
No, you don't do that.
I don't give relationship advice.
That is true.
I might give some parenting advice, but I don't give relationship advice. Fuck, I know about relationships.
Relationship advice is a tricky thing to do.
Yo, you gotta be careful, man. Yo, I stay away from that shit. It's for the professionals.
Well, then you become like liable for what happens in their relationship. You know what I mean?
Man,
Which is
like
a
it's
weird
just
place to
dumb.
be.
It's just dumb to tell people anything about relationships when I think at a minimum, you need training because it's not about like you. How long you been married?
15 years. It'll be 16 in June.
I'll be married 24 years in June. Some people will think, oh, that's successful. Like, you know what to do the job. No, all I know how to stay married to Deirdre Dowdy. That's all I fucking know. I don't know nothing else. You know, if you put me in with somebody else, I don't know what the fuck to do. And I don't even know how to do that. So why the fuck am I telling you how to do it? I know how to stay married to her. That's it.
Yeah, but Hans, you're also you do this thing where you kind of act like you're this like marriage like contractor, like blue collar. Hey man, just show up every day and do the work.
No, I don't do
you
that.
do
that. I don't give relationship advice.
No, but
why would I do that?
But that's you have this kind of, hey man, you know, it's hard work. Just show. Here's why you have been successfully married for 24 years and will be married for 24 more years is because you are painfully in love with your wife. You see what I'm saying? That you make puppy eyes when Dee Dee walks into the room, right? That's like whenever
so
you see,
whenever I see the person saying that.
Hey, nigga, listen, we're not gonna have like this high school game of who loved each other's wife. Man, like, what I'm saying is, whenever Dee Dee walks into a room, what's the Drew Hill song? April Showers.
Here's what's crazy about
all I need. Never take your. That's you.
I realized that I really wasn't doing relationships right until when I would see the way Menelik does shit in his relationship.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? Menelik is like the man's man. Like he does all the domestic work. He cleans, he cooks, he takes care of his kid, but he's just like,
because my wife is an earner.
He's got a yeah, but you're also like I'm the decision maker too. Like she might be the earner, but you're like, I'm the man.
Yeah.
You know?
Bullshit.
You do both. Like there's a mood that Menelik is like he's kind of like a woman where he has a cycle. And there's a mode of Menelik that I love. I call it brunch Menelik.
Brunch.
So Menelik goes through these cycles of love with his wife. There's like a practical love where he's like, look, I love you, I'm not gonna leave, but you know, you annoy me. Then there's brunch Menelik.
Oh,
and here's the funny thing. There's not a lot of people that talk to you on the phone, but people who have talked to you on the phone know this about you, which this is the difference between how I love my wife and how you love your wife.
This ought to be good.
When I'm on the phone, everybody in my family knows, leave me the fuck alone. I'm talking to somebody, right? Unless it's an emergency, nobody really talks to me.
Mm-hmm.
When Menelik's on the phone, he could be in the deepest, most important conversation. But if his wife walks in the room, hey, babe, hey, Menelik starts having an entire conversation with his wife. He's in mid-sentence with you. An entire conversation. And this is how you know the two of them don't give a fuck. Because his wife doesn't say, well, let's finish this conversation when you get off the phone. No, she's in it. Like, she doesn't.
In fairness,
so there's somebody on the phone.
Always tell that I'm on the phone because I have an earpiece in. So, and I'm kind of always talking to either you.
Part of it is she knows you will always interrupt your conversation to talk to her, even if it's just chit chat. We'll be in a deep conversation. You'll start chit chatting with your wife as if you've never seen her before.
Okay.
That's how I knew. I was like, oh, that's a different level. I'm trying to get there. I ain't there yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been married longer. I ain't there yet. And I actually I've changed my habits.
Oh.
Like now I start, you know, my wife comes in, she talks to me. I stop whatever I'm doing on the phone and just talk to her. Like I've learned, like, you know what? That's what you're supposed to do. I learned that from you, man. You know, when brunch Moomba hits, and the reason it's called brunch Moomba because this nigga actually makes brunch for his wife. Like he makes custom.
Yeah, I do I cook. I'm the one that does the cooking around here.
Yeah, but it's generic, and then he has his voice that he. But hey, babe,
it's generic.
Hey, babe, what you doing? Oh, you look good. You look good, babe. Oh man, look at you. You look good. I'm just like, should I be on the phone hearing this shit? Like,
Yeah,
I don't need to be
it's
hearing this shit.
listen, this is a
Nigga.
ridiculous conversation. Like who loves each other's wife more? Like this is dumb. This is like a high school conversation.
Yeah, but you started it.
No, you started it with
No,
your
I didn't, because I said I don't give relationship advice, which I don't. I don't give you. Look, you can look at my Instagram. You never seen like, hey, fellas, this is how you love your woman. This is what you do, fellas. This is the way you do it. I don't do it. I don't. There's so many niggas that out there like, I love my wife. 'Cause I fix the tires. I love my wife. I don't do that shit. You know why? Because my
That's the
whole
thing,
flow.
Cons. We have to find our own grift. Like, what's the grift?
I don't know.
You know,
I
like
don't
that's
even
the.
trying.
We need to find. You know, we should
used
just
to,
really
you know
tap
what
into
our
like some.
grift used to be?
Huh.
We used to tax celebrities about the bad movies they made. Apparently, that doesn't do anything. That doesn't move the needle.
That doesn't move.
I wish it doesn't move the needle. I
There's-
love that as a grift. Everything else for me would be inauthentic. Like it would just be inauthentic. Like,
So there's no money in just making fun of Boots Riley every week.
there's no money. There's no money in being frenemies with Matthew Cherry.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
get us
saying?
anywhere.
There's no money.
We
We
can't-
tried,
We
man.
can't go
tried.
viral from
Listen,
that.
We tried.
Everybody's
to
like,
jump-
he's such a nice guy. Why are you being mean to him?
yeah, that's all people would say. Like, what did Matthew Cherry do to you? Nothing. We're trying to grift.
He's
Don't
a
you get
sweetheart
it?
of a guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to find an angle.
We didn't do shit. We're just trying to
Yeah, just trying to
make some
maybe
money
we
off
should
this
do-
shit.
We should do like a very pretentious film critic, like grift. You know what I mean? Like break down like Tarkovsky films and be like, "Oh, you niggas haven't seen Solaris, the original? Well, you don't really care about film, do you?" Like just pick some obscure movie and be like, "Oh, you haven't seen Ozu's Tokyo?"
Here's what's
Story?
crazy.
And you
If
think
and
you're a
I-
filmmaker?
Man, like if you and I got in the relationship grift, I think we would fucking blow up overnight.
The relationship grift is a hell of a grift.
Man, if we got on the relationship grift, we just started trashing niggas. Imagine we just started trashing
Like some
people.
type of like an anti-red pill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we could try that.
Like what's the brother from Fresh and Fit, Myron Gaines, the one with like the terrible hair system that hates women and Jews? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
If you saw his face,
I don't
you're not in that
these
world.
guys.
I'm in that world. I'm in this world.
You are deep. You are
deep in the red pill space, man.
you listen, you and the internet are like
I-
this. I have such a casual relationship with the internet. I am too busy trying to find the right strand of grass seed for my little plot of land to grow. Like that's what I'm obsessed with. I can't be this deep into the internet. But I would love to do relationship grift. I know I have the ability to fake it, to be that guy. I can. Like you said, I am a know-it-all. But I learned this one thing. I think it's the thing that you and I have in common that is not even something that we talk about. Listen, if you're in a relationship, you've been in it for a long time, you live in a glass house.
Oh yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
dirty little secret. You
Yeah.
live in a glass house. So if you live in a glass house, you can't throw any kind of
Yeah.
stones.
Yeah, you can. And like just like I see this too. That I mean, I know people people I've known for a while, and I see their relationships on like Instagram, and they go, "That's not what their relationship is
It's not.
like."
Okay, here's my attempt at a grift. Here's my attempt. If you post your relationship online, I have a countdown clock of when you're going to divorce. There, I said it. I got to count. All of you. None of you. I'm talking about people. If you may know me, we may be friends, but if you're posting your shit online, I got a countdown clock. You want to? There's a
Do you think
list.
it's like a wish? When it's like this is kind of what you want they want the relationship to
I
be
think
like?
that people who post their relationship online, it's like an outlet for them to fake like to fake an image.
Oh well, yeah, certainly.
You know, I
Yeah.
think, and it's a cheaper version of that, because the old version used to be like, you used to really have to go get that house. You used to
Yeah.
really have
Or
to drive that car
Yeah,
and
yeah,
take those
yeah.
vacations. And even though you were like maxing out your credit cards, but you were, and just for your neighbor to be like, oh man, nice car, right? You do all that just for that one line.
Yeah.
Now you could kind of just post these fake ass pictures, and it's a much cheaper. So it's so much easier to do more consistently. But I find, here's two things that I find. When you overly compliment your spouse online, that's a sign. That's a red flag. And then the constant, like, man, is the family, did you know, you post some online and your wife comes in, yeah, your relationship is not good. Your relationship ain't good. I just the little buddy, hey, a slice of life in our life. Look at our now that I get into, man, like the reason I stay on Facebook is just to see this shit. I have a whole bunch of people I just follow. I'm just like watching, like, oh, when are you gonna break up?
Because you know it's gonna fall apart.
Man, like there are some people I know who do this in their non-married relationships. It's been so consistent. The minute somebody's like, oh my gosh, out of nowhere, he brought me flowers. Bitch, I didn't even know you were in a relationship. So he'd bring you flowers now? And I start the countdown. Okay, let's see how long. And next thing you know, all of a sudden there's no pictures of him. The pictures of him totally disappear.
It falls apart like that.
Yeah. And then, you wait like 6-7 months, maybe a year, and then there's a new guy. And it's Christmas, oh my gosh, we had such a great time at Christmas or vacation. Oh, we had a great vacation. You're like, oh, that's not the guy you were posting a year ago that you're calling boo. So to me, what's interesting is I think the most honest sort of portrayal on like the most innocuous, I'd say, portrayal of social media is just like the random bullshit that a person posts about themselves. You know what I'm saying? And especially if it has no theme, has nothing, just random. I think
you also have, that's kind of an old man's approach to social media.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about people who have made social media a career. Like I'm going to brand myself. I'm going to chase followers. I'm not talking about those people. Because even those who are smart about what they do about relationships, because it can hurt your brand, right? Mm-hmm. Those people are very smart and strategic. I'm not talking about those people. And to your point, that's a big part of the generation that's coming up. Most of the kids now kind of just use it as a brand, like creating a brand. And so I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, it's like a digital resume or diary.
I'm kind of talking about my generation. Like, you're calling me the old guy, but I'm talking about my generation, a generation below me. We aren't, this is not our native space. Even the generation below me, it's not their native space, fully. It's like our kids are the ones who this is their native space. So I'm talking about those people who are like, who can't, because you can tell they want to be some kind of influencer, but they don't really know. It's still, they're all thumbs. So
yeah. They're still kind of digital immigrants trying to figure it out.
Here's my favorite way. This is the good identifier for these people. The car post.
What do you mean?
Oh, the car post is my favorite one because, and this is how I got too much time in my hands. I got too much time in my hands because I be thinking about this shit, man. Like, the car post tells you, because like the real influencers, they rarely do a car post. They'll do like a kitchen post. They'll do a bathroom post, makeup.
Sure.
If they're working in the car or in the garage or they're in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that they're doing, the car posts are people who are posting in between their real life stuff.
Oh, I got
so they got to go to work, right? But they got to give you a car post, or they're at work and they go on a break and they go post in their car.
Right.
Hey, I just want to say, hey guys, just want to, just for anybody that needs to hear this, nigga, you're in your car. Like, why aren't you at home with a microphone? And
right. Like, what's going on? Yeah.
Why aren't you in your home office? Because those kids that take the influencing seriously, they either in a studio space or they create a studio space in their home. right?
Right.
And they're very good. 3-4 posts a day. The car poster follows that, but they have a real job. They have mortgages.
They have stuff to do. Yeah,
they got stuff to do. They haven't figured out the advertising. They haven't figured out the algorithm because they're too old to kind of know how to do that stuff. And so they're giving you these posts, and it's like random advice that seems like apropos of nothing. You're like, I don't know. He needs to hear this. Nobody asked for it.
Or they'll have like hot takes on a story that they feel like
out of nowhere.
Let me tell you, Billy, about this Chris Rock, Will Smith thing. You know,
I heard you like
jumping
you
into the algorithm.
I heard you guys talking about this, and I want to give my opinion. Word out of nowhere. Like
we were all wondering what you had to say.
You random person. How did you? You know what I'm saying? It's a fascinating grift. My second favorite, and the one that I'll go a little hard on this. I'll go a little hard on. The new parents grift.
Oh, new parents are the worst.
New parents are the worst.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
New parents are the worst. New parents. People, because usually by the time somebody hits teenage years, they're worn out. You can't. You never see somebody posting about their teenager.
No,
it's always the kids, right? Oh man, this is how you juggle. This is what I do with my 3. Shut the fuck up. Look, if I'm going to give now the advice I will give is parenting, right? I give some, not really, because it's like marriage. It's a little bit, kids are a little bit more standardized than marriage, but it's so personal. It's just so personal. There's no prize for keeping a kid alive, especially if they're under 5. And by that I mean the only person. I'm gonna explain. Hear me out. The only person I would even consider taking parenting advice is, a senior saint whose kids is in their 50s, and you're watching their 50-year-old child raise their 20-year-old child or 15-year-old child. You know what I'm saying? In other words, the people who have successfully raised their children, those children are adults. That's who I would even consider taking parenting advice from. You see what I'm saying? Because the success, it's such a long-term project. Why would I listen to you tell me how you put your 2-year-old to bed? That's like ridiculous. It's like, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? So what? You can put your kid to bed at 7 p.m. Like, it doesn't matter if the kid went to bed at 7 or 10. Who gives a flying fuck? Oh, you chopped up the carrots? Good for fucking you. That means, man, like, in the scheme of raising your child,
and they'll have like this Thelma Schoonmaker edits.
You know what I'm saying? The worst is the voiceover.
How long did this take?
The voiceover.
Wake up in a day in the life of a mom. Oh, this ought to be interesting.
Here's how I know this is another grift. This is how I know this is a grift. And this is where I'm dragging you into this. You consider yourself a bit of a cook.
I'm a master chef.
I've had some of your food. It's okay.
It's interesting. It's interesting. Hans, you put me in the kitchen right now. Give me 6 months to give you a Michelin star.
I think you make
a Michelin star
statement dishes.
6 months.
But the reason I know you love my cooking is because you just feel good and go to sleep. Like, and you just curl over and wake up 3 hours later. So I know that's the difference between us as cooks. Like, I feel like you would come and have me cook you a dish like when you had a bad day. I would eat something that I've never eaten before. If you said, "Yo, I'm gonna make this shit for you," and I've never had it before, I would trust you to make that for me. It's gonna be good. Like, you made something for me. I was like, I've never had this before. I'm saying this to say, you almost never post fucking cooking videos.
I do not.
And I know this nigga is.
It annoys my wife actually when I do.
But not only that though,
he calls them thirst traps.
You have eaten at, like, you're a proper foodie.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I've been to
you're
some
more
of the
foodie than most of the
world. Yeah.
So when I see people post their fucking cooking videos
of their under-seasoned,
nigga, who do you think this
is? Do you remember when
So I'm judging all of you All of you who could post cooking videos, I'm judging you. Just know that.
Who's the woman, light skinned broad? Shit. Alan Thicke's ex-wife.
Oh,
Good actress. What's her name?
what? Paula Patton.
Paula Patton? Yes. Do you remember during COVID, she posted a fried chicken video?
Yeah.
And it was clearly like, oh, has a white mama fried chicken? The whole internet, a damn camera. And she was so proud. And the whole internet was like, what the hell is that? Like, who talks
Look, I just
about big fried chicken, honey?
I think you should be careful.
Yeah, you guys got to be careful. Yeah,
You just gotta be careful. I think you gotta be careful.
Like, it's so normalized letting people into our lives that you don't even Hans, the type of stuff people post like about arguments they have with their spouses or the way they discipline their children.
Man, like,
I go, why is it you felt strangers should be a part of this?
there's this woman online who's been posting about like she's divorcing her husband, but they have to live together. So she's been posting
Oh no.
the videos of why she left him. And it's like a little, like 2 minutes.
But she's
As a-
still this is a black woman?
This is a black woman.
No way.
It's a black woman.
This felt, I was gonna guess Midwestern whites.
No, this is a black woman. And so she posts these videos, and all the videos are about how she's evolved and he's not, and that's why she left him.
Okay.
Right. But at the end of the video, she's like, hey, join my community for women so you can learn how to do this, blah, blah, blah. It's like just the grift is so clear and obvious. So I was curious. I like to like just hate watch shit. Like, and I'm not one of these commenters. I don't
You don't get in the comments.
Man, like, I don't even read them. I don't read them, and I don't post comments. I do not. I don't anonymously post. I don't do any of that. So whether or not I like your video, I am never connecting with you on that in any way, shape, or form. Like,
Sure.
I won't even put like or I might like, but I'm not gonna like thumbs down, right? And I sent it. I was kind of hate. I was like, just watch. It's curious. It's just like she was really consistently posting. It's just really a lot of navel gazing. A lot of like I evolved.
I was the mature one, and that's why
I
we
was
had
the
to get a
mature
divorce.
one.
Right.
And and so I sent one to my wife out of two reasons. One, out of kind of connect, like, hey, check this thing out. Because you always see me on my phone scrolling. Here's kind of what's keeping my attention, and a little bit to get her opinion. When I tell you, my wife could not take this woman fucking seriously. She was like, "Is she fucking serious?" Like she just couldn't. She couldn't believe what the woman was saying. And I was like, okay, it's nice to get a woman's perspective on it because I just thought, well, maybe I'm just hating. I'm just a dude hating. But it's so navel gazing. It's so I'm the right one, and it's so clear what the grift is.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was, and she said she's had to respond because people said, well, why are you still living together? Well, financially we can't afford a divorce yet. And it was like, so why do you think you can create a community of support? like you have figured.
Yeah, that's an excellent follow-up question.
Yeah.
So now what? Yeah.
Like, why do you think? Like, she told the story about how, I guess her and her husband didn't go to college. They met young.
Mm-hmm.
They just high school and just started working, whatever. And then she like decided to go to community college. Did really well in her associates and got into a program that was like a 4-year program that would have given her the opportunity to get a master's. And she kind of thought about it, and she was working. I guess she has 3 kids. And she just decided not to do it. Like, kind of got scared, decided not to do it. And then somehow turned that story into, because I was thinking about him and not thinking about myself, but now I'm thinking about myself. So I've grown and da-da-da. And I was just like he didn't have anything to do with that. Like, because she didn't even say, like, he asked me, he said nothing. Because she was doing it. She was working and going to school. So even though she implied that whatever she was doing, she brought more money than him and his work was a little bit inconsistent. But she never implied that he discouraged her, that he told her not to do it so she could be the financial person. It was all in her head. And yet at the end of the story, she somehow blamed him. And I was like, because I was expecting, oh yeah, that's fucked up. He told you not to do it, huh? And you decide had nothing to do with him. It was all her fears. So it's interesting how I feel like people, and that's why if you ask me why I don't want to be that grift, I feel like it exposes who you are. And exposes you who you are in a way that you're not aware of.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm afraid of exposing myself to the internet in a way that I'm not aware of. I have no awareness of the way I'm exposing the deepest parts of myself that I can't explain or anything. You're just thousands of millions of people just like, and they know who you are now. So I'll be transparent and say that's why I'm not interested in that grift. I don't want to be that person.
Yeah, they know who you are now is an interesting difference, because you can only curate so much.
You can only curate so
That's
much.
what Hans, I don't know how much you've been following this Blake Lively lawsuit.
Tell me, please.
They got some new text messages now about how they were fighting about the cut of the movie. So the studio was like trying to be fair to both parties. And it was like, okay, Blake, you do a cut, Justin, you do a cut, we'll test them both. Right? Let's see, right? Since everybody's opinion is so different. His cut tested through so much the roof, right? This made her furious, right? And she came back with like, Taylor liked my cut more. This is one of the text messages, nigga. Taylor.
Like Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Did she think the studio would care what Taylor Swift thought? Man, like Taylor Swift don't care what Taylor Swift thinks.
Apparently that was supposed to be the tiebreaker.
Oh, that's bad.
So that has been allegedly what has led to their separation, is that she was essentially just using her friendship to gain leverage and credibility.
Oh, that's what led to Taylor. That's what led to Taylor sort of being like, "Yo, you can't use me like that.
I don't have anything to do with this."
And this shit is ugly. Do not put my name in it. She's her friend. Exactly. She probably knows a lot of details.
Exactly. Yeah. So, which again,
it's like when Dwayne Martin dragged Will Smith into his divorce.
Into that bullshit. Yeah. You know,
Will Smith's like, I didn't even do anything.
I didn't do nothing. I lent my friend some money, and now my name is in court. Yeah, exactly. Now I'm being deposed. Like I helped out a friend who was broke. Oh like, Mr. Smith, where's this $2 million from? Like, I don't know. Nigga said he needed money.
That's my homeboy. Like, I never asked
my buddy. I don't know. I had it. You know, there's 3 Men in Blacks.
You know what those DVD sales look like?
You know how much I made from that? How much
it was a fucking Dwayne? Tax write-off.
Yeah, it was like, Dwayne, what's the number? That's the kind of nigga Will Smith is. He wants to solve everyone's problems. Yeah. It's like, Will, the divorce, the lawyers. Dwayne, what's the number, nigga?
$2 million.
Done. Next thing you know, he's being deposed.
So I'm saying, listen, man, people say they want celebrity, nigga, you don't want celebrity.
That's a whole nother animal,
Don't want it, man.
That's a whole
Imagine your name gets dragged in. You got your own shit. You're Will Smith. You got your own shit. And you wake up and people dragging you because you lent your friend money.
Right. Had nothing to do with it. Yeah, like he was like,
and man, like clearly he didn't take sides in the breakup.
He did not. He did not. And that was like the statement he made. Like, I love Tisha. I love Dwayne. Like, he came to me and asked for help, and I helped him.
He came first. Like, if Tisha had gotten there, maybe I would give her money. Like, he got there first. Yeah, you don't want celebrity. You don't want celebrity, everybody. Oh, shit. You muted yourself.
We got a real sense of that doing this show, like doing this podcast, like this thing that we're promoting, you know, we about celebrity and kind of the power of it, right? Like you can't control what people think of you. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think what social media has done has created the illusion that that is actually in your control.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, that you can actually cultivate
Yeah.
what people think if I just
Yeah.
post this thing,
Yeah.
if I present myself this way, if I do this, if I act this way, everything will be okay. Right?
I think it's crazy because I think when you create these posts, in particular when they're deeply inauthentic, you invite investigation into your life. And you don't invite the average person to investigate. You invite the person with OCD to investigate. Because that's the only person that's going to be like, I wonder. It gets on the internet and goes on a deep dive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
99% of us aren't going to do that. But when they say the internet dug and find out, it's like 3 people who are obsessed.
Doesn't take much. Yeah.
It doesn't take much, but you got on their radar. You see what I'm saying? Because you obsessively post. This person would never have paid attention to you if you didn't get on there and you're saying this and that. And that's why, man.
Well,
Look,
Drake is appealing the defamation case, and the appeal, like it's he basically was like, this song destroyed my reputation.
Moomba,
And I'm like, bro, why are you responding like this? What in his mind? Does he not know this is making it worse?
Here, let me tell you why. You want me to tell you why? Because he has ghostwriters.
I guess is what it is, right?
It's and I don't say, listen, I don't have an issue with there's some hip hop purists who have an issue with ghostwriting. I don't have an issue with ghostwriting because there are some people whose pen game is amazing. Their delivery is horrible. Their appearance, they don't have that energy for an amazing set of lyrics, right? So I think it's not a bad thing to have somebody write lyrics for you. My only issue in the conversation is when then somebody will say, I'm the best. Because to me, the best person is who not only has the physical charisma, the delivery charisma, and then has the imagination pen game to back it up, right? That's a separate conversation.
Yeah, the whole package.
Drake knows that I should say Aubrey knows that Drake is a construction. And
yeah, Aubrey built in a lab.
Always been insecure about that. And that has been the Achilles heel. And the intelligent thing they did was they amassed such a like the best producers, the best ghostwriters, and they attracted the right money machine so they can get the best features. They can get and he was smart. He's such a culture vulture that he could always sniff out the next trend in hip hop, whether it's in the UK and someplace else, it's the Caribbean, whether it's in America, it's the South, it's the West. He always sniffed out the latest trend, the up and coming, and jumped on that to keep himself relevant in terms of the culture. The reason it hurt his feelings is because what Kendrick Lamar is saying is you aren't authentic to this culture, and Drake believes that. So he's mad that Kendrick exposed that to the world because he believed that would destroy his livelihood.
Yeah.
You said something interesting at the end of the beef. I said, this is the end of Drake as we know it. And you're like, no, man, he's too talented, right? Both of us were right. You're right, he's too talented. Where I felt like I was right, I was like, he doesn't believe in his talent.
He doesn't believe in himself. Yeah.
He doesn't believe in himself.
He doesn't know. You know what it is, House? He doesn't know what his talent is.
He doesn't really know what his talent is.
Yeah, he thought he was a fucking battle MC.
I don't think I'm not even sure he thought that. I think it was a reaction. I think it was a reaction to the exposure of because the battles can expose you.
Yeah.
Right? And I think it was a reaction. It was a defensive move so that he didn't get exposed as the fake he believes he is.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because some of the most authentic guys in hip hop love Drake. They think he was great for the culture because he brought so many fans. He actually made good music. They love the lyrics. They love the whole thing. They didn't mind it. A lot of those guys on the inside, they knew he wasn't writing all those lyrics. It's like people who for a time thought that Kanye West was the best rapper, but he doesn't write his lyrics. Like he trades beats for lyrics. He gives a dope rapper, I'm gonna give you these amazing beats. You give me some of your best lyrics, right? So But that's okay. We don't care. We like his delivery. We like his charisma. We like the way he rides on his beat. So it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
But
But
it's
I think
also
Drake,
different, like with producer guys too. I think, like, I
yeah,
don't think that
no.
at the
Totally,
end that didn't like we knew
totally
Dre
agree.
wasn't writing his lyrics. You know what I'm saying, or somebody
Totally
like
agree. Totally
like
agree.
Easy E has a line like Ice Cube writes the rhymes that I say. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah, but
it's
Drake, I
only
think
taboo in how you present yourself.
it's only taboo if you try to claim the crown.
Yeah, if you're claiming that,
If
if
you're
you're claiming that
claiming the
authenticity,
crown,
and what Kendrick and the genius of what Kendrick did is that, oh, I think this nigga is insecure about this. You see what I'm
well,
saying?
he knew.
He
Well,
really,
no, it's not the genius. He knew because he had spent those recording sessions.
yeah, he knew. Yeah,
He
he
knew.
was studying him. He had
He
no
was studying.
idea
Yeah,
because he
he was
didn't
studying.
like him from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I think he sniffed out something was inauthentic. I think there was at one point he probably admired him,
Yeah,
and then he
yeah, because
gets
he's
into
on
it.
Good Kid, Mad City. They got a song
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, but he at some point in recording, he was like, wait a second, this is not who this guy presents himself
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah.
And then that's why we're the whole pedophile thing. Maybe there's a little too many young girls in the studio, or too many conversations, too many FaceTime. You know, these niggas like to brag. They think they're doing something, they're bragging. They get on FaceTime with somebody. Kendrick might have been like,
weird. Yeah, what the fuck is this?
that's
yeah,
a
like,
14-year-old celebrity. What are you doing?
like, why are you
talking
talking to her? Why is she in your DMs? Yeah, like, what the fuck is this? Yeah,
We
and
in
that's
Compton. We get some real broads up in here. What are you doing?
yeah, and that's that thing. And what's funny too, Hans, is he did the hood nigga thing where he's like, look, man, I don't want to have to do this to you. At any moment, you can walk away from this, and I'll respect you for it. You see what I'm saying? He was like,
J. Cole did it.
Don't. Yeah, exactly.
Cole did it.
Exactly.
J.
don't
Cole said, I'm
want
good.
to do this to you. So you can just end it now if you want. And each song was like a warning. It was like, look, man,
Look,
I'm going to warn you again.
there are two career enders I predicted that you disputed me. I said Russell Wilson will never be the same.
Oh, get the fuck out
I
of
was
here.
right.
Russell Wilson still going to the Hall. Russell Wilson went to the
Never
Pro
said he
Bowl.
wasn't going to the Hall of
He
Fame.
went to
But
the
he was
Pro
never
Bowl
Malik,
4 more times after that.
Malik,
That's a terrible
Malik,
example.
Malik,
First of all, football
he
is a
never-
team sport.
Malik, he never won. He never made it to the conference championships after that Super Bowl.
He did not. He did not. The run was over. The run was over. You were right about that.
I said that.
You did call that.
And I said Drake's career will never be the same. I said we will
So
never.
we got to see what Iceman does.
Man, like it's over. It's over. It's over because here's the problem. There's two problems.
And why isn't he dropping Iceman? It's been rolling
If
out for
Iceman
months.
had come a year ago, you might be right.
Yeah. Why is the delay?
It's too. And here's the other thing: hip hop is not even in the top. It's not even the top 40 anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Hip hop is dying. So it's like
no. It's not dying. It's
It's
not dying.
dying.
I disagree. No, I
It's
disagree.
dying.
It's not because you're not a real music guy. You're not.
I
a
am
real
a music guy.
No,
you know what I
you're not.
am? You know why
No.
hip hop is dying? Because
No,
these
isn't
niggas
it?
don't read books anymore. You see?
This
They're not
is true.
reading books. They're
This
not
is true.
reading books.
But
So the lyrical
there's
content-
there's a new crop of rappers who are
Where?
in the old
Where they
game.
at?
La Russell.
Who the fuck is that?
See, you don't know. You don't know music, my nigga. The audience, you know what the audience is saying? Oh yeah, La Russell. Everybody knows La Russell. but
La
you-
Russell. Great.
You look in about 2 weeks. In about 2 weeks, you'll come back and be like, "Yo, man, I was listening to this guy from the Bay Area. He's amazing. This guy named Russell." You're gonna act like you discovered him to me.
Then you'll get mad. I remember when I
Yeah, you'll
heard.
get mad.
I remember when I heard "Damn" that first. I think that was his third album. So I'm
mad at
2
you.
albums behind, and I was like, "Damn!" Was like the hardest shit I'd ever heard. And I said, "Hey man, you fuck with Kendrick Lamar?" You're like, "Nigga, I've been trying to tell you about him for 2 albums." I missed Good Kid, Mad City, and The Pimp a Butterfly. I missed them both. I didn't hear. In fairness, Mateo had born, so I just missed those. I wasn't ingesting any new media at
You're
all.
also not a music head.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. You know,
You
what I
don't
mean?
listen
Like,
to music, man.
I
You're
do
you're never
listen to music.
sniffing it out. You're not.
yeah, I listen to
You
music.
know,
The
no. You like
difference is-
you like artists. Those are
the
two different
difference-
things.
no, not
Those are
two
two
different
different- The fact that you don't know that there's a difference between the two
The difference-
explains it.
the problem with music heads, whatever that means.
Yes, he doesn't respect music. Like,
No,
I'm not.
no,
Here.
no, but I'm
I'm gonna.
saying-
I'm gonna not listen to this part
I-
because it's irrelevant.
Cinema is,
It always comes to cinema.
yeah, it just always comes back to cinema, right?
Yeah. So, man,
So-
like to your point, you're making my point. You're a cinema head. You're not a music head.
No, but music, I consider music. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I was
Yeah.
a
No,
chef,
you consider music to
like
the
seasoning.
seasoning
It's
to
like,
cinema.
yes.
Yeah, that's because you're a cinema head, right? To the producer, the music producer, you know what he takes to movie clips? He puts them into his beats, my nigga. This is seasoning to his beats. So it doesn't make one better than the other. It's
I'm
just
not
you're a
saying
cinema
it's
head.
better.
Other people are music heads.
Well, maybe it is better. Not to. I don't want to be pejorative about other people's art. That's not really
Man,
what
I'm
I
not
do.
even. All I'm saying is, I don't think hip hop is dead. I think hip hop is evolving. It's gotten into a new
No, it's
evolution.
dead. It's dead.
It's not
You
dead.
niggas,
It's not
you
dead.
niggas in the managerial class killed
No,
it.
it's not.
You see what I'm saying?
Whatever.
It's dead.
Hip hop
You niggas killed it.
The digital world has exposed, without a reasonable doubt, the grift of the business side of the music.
Oh yeah, that's better than
Because all these artists believe they got to put their music on Spotify, but everybody knows they're making zero money on Spotify. And there's a simple solution. There's a very simple solution. Reduce the amount of music you put on Spotify, drive your fans to your website, and sell your music at a price that works. That's what LaRussell does. You go on his website, you buy the song for the price you want. So Kyrie Irving, man, like Kyrie Irving went and bought and you get to own the copy. You download the copy, you own the copy of the album. Kyrie Irving bought a copy of the album for $11,000. There are people who are buying copies of the album for $3. So LaRussell, his interesting model, he doesn't rely on a machine. He relies on himself. So here's what's interesting. He posts nonstop. Like he posts very consistently. Man, like he does concerts in his backyard. He created a stage in his backyard. He invites fans to come to his yard, and he does these concerts, and he posts those concerts.
This nigga in a puffy mink
and his latest song is "I'm from the Bay." And so he's got this new single. You know what he's doing with the single? He's already made 4 versions of the music video, and they all take place in local high schools with a local high school band. He goes and he does a version of the song with the kids from the local high schools in the Bay Area. So he's just a guy who reps the Bay. This is why the Hip Hop 50, the Hip Hop 50 was so inauthentic, because it never gave the props to the Bay Area for what the Bay Area does for hip hop.
Well, yeah, there's always been a bias against the Bay.
And it's the worst. Is this why
always
the fact that people never gave E40, people didn't give MC Hammer, people didn't give all the Bay Area artists, the ones that were well known in the Bay and never broke out nationally, but still influenced hip hop.
Too Short, Sibo was hard as hell.
Listen, these guys were hard. They repped such a unique culture, and they took hip hop and they infused their local culture into that. And then that music is so infectious that if you don't recognize it, you're not a real hip hop head. I'm sorry. If you can't give the Bay Area its props, you don't love hip hop. Pure and simple. Pure and simple. I don't care if you're from New York. I don't care where you're from. If you can't give the Bay Area their props and say they are just an important brick in the foundation of hip hop as any other region of the country, then you don't really love hip hop. Bay Area is the only area that create a subgenre. E40 is the only rapper alive to create a subgenre. He got his own subgenre. Hyphy is his son created Hyphy. What other rapper you can say create a subgenre? That's a legitimate genre that R&B artists and other rappers use that beat and rap over. Come on, man, that shit's important. And I think, look, MC Hammer changed. Not only MC Hammer changed the way we saw independent, like he really made independent artists rich. Master P, man, like Master P was selling his records. The best place he sold his records was in the Bay. Remember, I think that's one of the places he bought a record store, was in the Bay in Oakland. He bought a record store in Oakland and would be selling his albums out in Oakland. So Oakland was a huge, help Master P in a really, really big way. The Bay Area has always been super important to hip hop. And And it's so unique. I think the reason that other regions don't recognize it because it's so culturally unique. It's a place where cultures truly melt in America, and in hip hop music, it's so represented that way. You could be from Samoa, you could be Laotian or Filipino. You know what I'm saying? You're black, you're white, you're just Japanese or Chinese, and you in the Bay Area, if you're hip hop, that's your cultural identity mixed with your ethnic identity.
Yeah,
And a lot of places in the country, you can't do that. You can't be Samoan and deep into hip hop. People look at you sideways. Like in the South is a place like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's such a unique, interesting culture, and people just don't recognize it. It drives me crazy because I shout out to my college roommate, Mehmet McGaffey. He's from Oakland, and he's the one that brought all those tapes. He introduced me to all the Bay Area rappers. He was the one to help me expand my vision of what hip hop was. He helped me see all the rappers in the South, Suave House, Tennis, like 8 Ball, MJG, UGK. You know what I'm saying? All these rappers that I didn't know about, Pastor Troy, all these cats in the South I didn't know nothing about. He introduced me to all those rappers. He's introduced me to True. I didn't know none of that shit. He was playing all that shit. And that's that real shit. That's like all that amazing just catalog of music. And the Hip Hop 50 didn't really get into any of that. It'd be like Snoop, Too Short, and then everybody from New York, and then like 2 people from Atlanta. that was hip hop. Every celebration was that, and it was like it never really got into how deep this culture, the people who broke out nationally, and the people who were so ingrained locally that their influence actually seeped out to the rest of the country. And maybe they're not a household name, but what they did actually influenced the country, whether it's in their record sales, whether it's in their independence, whether it's in their producing, the way they toured. Some people toured differently. You talk to like Wu-Tang, those dudes will tell you like they barely knew how to tour. Like they didn't really know how to do that shit. Whereas other guys from other regions of the country, they knew how to do that shit well.
Yeah.
Dre was like one of the first rappers that put together a proper stage show, went around the country. And that's how he was able to sell out all that stuff, because rappers, you just get on there with their boys and just,
Man, I went to the Up the Smoke tour in 2001, man. The summer 2001. Or summer 2000, I forget, whatever it was. It was one of the craziest shows I ever saw, man.
For a rap show? Like hip-hop show, man? The stage, they had production design, stage design,
one of the craziest
videos.
One of the craziest moments when Let Me Ride come out, man, a fucking Impala came out. These niggas came out in an Impala hitting the switches. The crowd went absolutely insane.
Dude, New York rappers weren't doing shows like that, bro.
Yeah.
New York rappers had the DJ. They might have dancers. Might. Heavy D and the Boys, those guys. But you talk about that boom bap, those guys.
But the other thing too, Hans, they had this thing in 2001 where they had a short movie where Dre and Snoop had some girls, they was getting high, and then they were out of weed, right? So they had to go make a weed run. And in the middle of the weed run, the liquor store, some niggas was robbing it, right? So they shoot the niggas up, right? And then it's like, look, man, y'all about to make us late for our show. Then they turn to the camera. Hey, y'all think we should smoke these motherfuckers? Right? And the crowd goes, ah, right? So and he goes, I said, you think we should smoke these motherfuckers? Ah. And then as he's doing that, we see on stage a liquor store heading lights up, right? So then
shit.
He shoots them niggas, right? And then they walk out of the door of the liquor store. La da 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 da. It's the motherfucking deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
It was the hardest shit I ever seen.
They created an event for the shows.
Yep.
They were the first to do that level of stuff. It wasn't just the personal charisma of the rapper. It was an actual.
It was production.
It was production,
and that goes back to Dre as a music head.
Not just because
locking out the old school rock guys. He was following the
old school. He's following the Ohio players, and the Funkadelics. And he saw their shows. He's like, "We gonna do that, but with hip-hop."
And even like some of the '70s rockers, they put on the show. Yeah, there's all that influence.
That's what I'm saying. He totally understood that. That's what I'm saying. Like, if if you don't, the study of hip hop is really about, you got to go to each region. Who is the king of the region? Who is the king of their era? Look at their shows. That's the real study of hip hop. You can't talk about album sales. Who was on the radio in New York? Nobody gives a fuck. I mean, that's important. I'm not saying that's a component that you could measure, but it's not even close to the way you really understand like what this music. That's why I think it's just what's happening is it's no longer a viable capitalistic vehicle.
Well, I mean,
So
I guess
that's what these last
but
couple of guys are trying to do, though. They just want to make money.
isn't that kind of what's happening in the film right now?
I think this is what happened.
What happened in music in like the late 2000s or late 90s, I guess?
Yeah. I think that's what's happening in film. And I think this is an interesting time because now if you make a movie, you're not really making money, but you're gonna still have the cultural capital. You're still gonna move culture.
Right.
And it's just going back to where we were. And it's what I'm saying. That's why I use La Russell as an example, because he's not he's still independent. He's not charting anywhere, but he's making money. And has a fan base. And because his fan base is so authentic and so true, he's now breaking nationally.
Yeah.
He's actually like, I think Jay-Z tried to sign him to like Rock Nation for like $1 million. And he was like, bro, like, do you know what I'm making on these albums?
Cut. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, he's making so much. He came and did a Tiny Desk in DC and he broke it down. He's like, look, when you do Tiny Desk, you pay for everything. You pay for your band, you pay for everything. Like, they don't pay you to come out there. But he says, since I was I used the opportunity to be in DC, he had 3 shows. So he made all his money back plus a profit on the shows. And then plus at each show, he's selling merch.
Right.
Because he has a clothing line. So he left DC with his pockets full. And
the promotion from Tiny Desk.
And the promotion from the Tiny Desk, which appears like a week later. Like, you know, he made money on the weekend he was here, and then he made money when it starts playing on online. So I think what's happening in hip hop is it's like the artists could start making money again, right? Because the artists aren't making money now, man. Like, they're not really.
Yeah, I heard Scarface talk about that he was like, because of his catalog, there's just more money in going out and
doing shows.
Because he was like, look, I never sold the most records, but I always made money from what I sold.
You can make money from what you sell. Like,
if I went gold, I got paid. If I sold 400,000, I got paid.
If you don't have to deal with a record label, you could sell 300,000 copies, man. Like, and you're chilling.
Yeah.
That's $500,000-$600,000 in a year.
Prince doesn't get enough credit with that. Like, when he left Warner Brothers,
he's the first person on. You bought the albums on his website.
He never sold as much after that, but what became exponentially wealthier. Because now, instead of 10 cents a CD, you're getting $7 a CD. You don't need to.
He understood something. Since he was the brand, he could always, anytime he wasn't in the zeitgeist, all he had to do was throw a concert.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all he had to do.
Because he had the catalog.
Because he had the catalog.
And that's what was crazy about his halftime show, is that it was kind of just a random collection of songs. Like, he wasn't like promoting anything. There's like a Foo Fighters cover in there randomly.
We just want to see Prince.
He's like, Prince. Because he's like, oh, I'm the show. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to promote something. I don't gotta do.
But this is why I think hip hop is not dead. Because the problem with hip hop was everybody thought it was important because the machine was behind it, but the artists weren't getting nothing.
Right.
If we're going back to a point where the artists are now getting their number one, they're connecting directly to their audience, so they can say what they want to say now. They can work with who they want to work with. They're not forced to work and say certain things and don't say certain things.
Yourself.
You build the audience yourself, and it never dies. So it's not like you blew up and then you deflate. Those core fans never go away. They're always going to go to your show. If you making music, they're always going to be there, and they're always going to pay you. And you don't need the major ticket holders or the major venue people. You could be at small 200-300 seat venues and make a shitload of money and not have to put too much into the infrastructure of those shows because you got your core fans.
Because you got your fans.
You always gonna eat. It's like Frankie Beverly and Maze. They're always gonna eat.
Hans, like, think about it, man. Like Sinners is sitting here with 16 Oscar nominations, the most ever. It's a period vampire movie, all black cast. You know, also it's also kind of a musical.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. It's a
kind
hybrid,
of a folk
weird
story.
Yep.
You know, it's a pretty experimental film.
Yep. Super experimental film. Yep.
And but he had spent since Fruitvale, him and Michael B. Jordan building and cultivating this audience.
The fan base.
So it's like,
audience.
Guess what? I think these niggas will ride with me on this.
They'll ride with you. Yep.
Right? It's like, you know what? Now is the time for the experiment. Because all you got is Ryan's name, Michael's name.
That's
like,
it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. The quality. It's just the quality. That's it.
It's like,
that's it.
10 years of entertaining you niggas. Do you trust me? Do you trust us?
That's it.
Yeah, sure.
And I think, I think the future of independent filmmaking is each project just make sure it's good. Don't try to cater to anything.
That's it.
Tell the story. Make sure you can tell the story to the best ability for that budget. And then you as a filmmaker have to go around. You gotta do what Garima did. You gotta promote the shit up. Garima is a brand. Like he was one of the early versions of that. Garima is the brand.
He took in the trunk of his car, like a rapper.
Like a rapper.
He was literally
I've been
flying around the country.
Filmmakers who have toyed with the studio system, when I say this, they laugh at me, bro. They think I'm crazy. Where are you gonna get the money? Nigga, if you can drive, you can promote.
Yeah.
If you can drive, you can promote.
Back to Rudy Ray Moore understood this.
Dude, if you can drive, you promote. You don't need no first class plane ticket. You don't need no hotel. You don't need no food. If you can drive.
This is why.
And back then, those dudes had to make copies of the film.
Yeah, they had to
do that no more.
Yeah. This is why I'm so grateful that Eddie made Dolomite is my name.
So you understand.
Because obviously the folklore of Sweetback is so important because it was a revolutionary, it was a conscious.
Yeah, but it wasn't as popular as Dolomite.
Right. It was a political story, right? Yeah. But so that film has a bigger place in history for that reason. But Rudy Ray Moore made 5 Dolomites.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he made
a franchise. It was a franchise.
It was a
franchise. It's a black franchise.
First Dolomite made $10 million, nigga, in the 70s. Tickets was $1, $2. You know how many people are seeing your movie?
Yeah. That's a cultural phenomenon.
That's a cultural phenomenon.
That's Black Panthers.
That's Black Panther. He's doing an hour and a half of dumb dick jokes. And niggas are lining up around the block to see it. Because first of all, the audience
cultivate the audience
online, like on the road. Right. And they said, we'll come see you in the theater.
That's all. Listen.
That's all it is.
It's a cross pollination. It's like you just gotta have a cross pollination,
and
you gotta go to your audience.
I say that, Husk, because it doesn't even matter the kind of story you want to tell. If you want to make the conscious Sweetback movie, you can
do that.
If you want to tell a dumb dick joke movie like Dolomite, you can. If you want to do a Friday, you can. Let's talk about Friday, huh? Friday is 2 niggas sitting on their porch.
Getting fired on the day
happens.
off.
Structurally, Friday is very similar. Do the right thing.
Yes, it is. It's do the right thing. Yeah, it's
24 hours. It's a weed movie.
Yeah. Yep.
But again, Cube had cultivated an audience.
He had cultivated an audience. Yep. And his audience was willing to we'll go on this ride.
And he did the math. Okay, if I spend a couple $1 million, I can make $5-6 million on this.
And man, like individually, those guys didn't make any money. They tell you they made like $6,000. Like the actors, they made no money on
the
that
budget. So the budget of Friday is $2 million. When they started shooting, they had $500,000.
Oh, dude,
most of that is post.
Dude, Pariah. I've told this story 1,000,000 times. We only had $50,000 cash on Pariah.
Yeah.
We shot for 30 days. On film, man, like on film in New York, $50,000 cash. Everybody got paid $75 a day. And with the deal that if the movie sells, you'll like it was I can't remember what the daily rate would be. And I remember I got my check. I got like $1,000 check after Brian sold.
They held their word.
They held their word. Right? But
that's what matters.
But that's what you gotta do.
That's what you gotta do.
That's what you gotta do. And that's what it's look, Pariah had to do that with film. They had to get a film grant. They had to basically get the film camera on loan. They basically paid nothing. They paid the insurance and they had a credit card that if anything happened to that camera, they could get the price of the camera off that credit card. That's essentially what the rental house gave. Now, man, like I don't even have to do that anymore. I got everything in turn. I can get the same quality image-wise in my Komodo. I can actually do that. That's not a crazy notion. Post-production, at least for the basic editing, because I don't have to send it to the process house.
Right.
I'm immediately there. I can at least cut the film properly. So, like you said, the only money I was telling this to my students the other day. I was like, guys, everything at school, you have everything you need to make a good movie if you don't go crazy, if you keep the script tight. I was like,
it starts at the script stage. Yeah.
It starts at the script stage. But I said, here's where if you're gonna spend money, here's where I spend money. I was like, this is a mistake I made as a producer. I would spend money. I was like, you have to spend money on sound design. You got to spend money on sound design. That's not it has to sound, it has to sound right. So you have to spend money on sound design. So whatever, save your money for that. And then I said, oddly enough, I said titles and the poster. I was like, the poster got to look good because buyers look at the poster. And they don't actually watch the movie. They only play the movie for 2 minutes. So they kind of judge whether or not they would want to buy the movie based on the titles. So I was like, I would spend money. I would go to LA, and if somebody for my little short or my little feature, whatever they said for the titles, I would write that check because it's going to take your movie from quote unquote independent and it's going to slot it right in the majors. But everything else, man, like you barely have to spend any money. If you can figure out your labor costs, you barely have to spend any money. All right, I got to go because I got to go to this doctor's appointment. I got to give up the studio. The studio, that's my wife's office.
Oh, the studio's right. Okay, well. Well,
and folks, I go to the doctor's appointment.
Oh, you got doctor's appointment. Okay.
Yeah. February 10th,
6th.
Our podcast come out. Is it 6th?
Yes, it's February 6th.
Oh, it is. You're right. It's Friday, February 6th. Yes. Friday, February 6th. Our podcast come out. It's called The A Building. We're going to start posting. We just got the art. We're going to start posting the art. The biggest thing you could do for us, the podcast, is if you listen to the episode, rate the episodes. Rate
That's a big one.
The episode. It's the biggest thing you could do. Listen to it, rate the episodes. If you do that, you've done your job. You don't have to go around tell everybody about it. Just rate the episodes. Rate the podcast. You do that, that's gonna go a long way because it's a long journey. That's why you're not hearing a lot about it now. Because really, once the podcast drops, that's when the
real promotion starts.
All the promo starts. So it's not quite like film. So we think it'll be a big thing. We think you guys are gonna love it. We think our core audience is gonna love it. I think you guys are gonna be through the moon. So we got the art. As soon as they're gonna let us even start posting the art on our socials, our individual socials, we're definitely gonna start posting it. Got anything else to say?
No, man. I think we covered it.
Did
you respond to the latest?
I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna respond to it. Yeah,
because I don't.
On my way to the doctor.
All right. I'll talk to you about it off air.
All right. I like this look. I think you should.
No, I like it a lot.
Yeah, you should shave the beard though. You look fucking ridiculous.
What's wrong with the beard?
You look stupid.
I think it looks. It looks very. I look like a novelist. You know what I mean?
No, you don't.
No,
you don't.
I do. I look
like.
Look,
you got the. I'll leave.
I
your
look
hair
like Chester Himes.
The hair is fine. Here's what I think you should do. If we're gonna do this, if this component is gonna be you, I think you should. No, you need to be wearing old school Bronco jerseys. I'm dead serious.
That's not a bad idea.
I think with the sunglasses and the old school Bronco jerseys, that's it. That's your look.
That could be my look on the pod. That would really
that's
pop.
Your look. I think that will pop, bro.
That will pop.
And then it'd be dope if people kind of sent you different ones, and you could wear those.
That's not. You know what? I will give that some consideration. That's not a bad idea. I don't hate that.
I never did. See, I didn't mock you. See,
I don't hate
mock you.
I don't hate that. Okay, I'll give that some thought. All right. Anyway, you can always email us back at theatergmail.com. The A Building. It is a 8-part audio documentary about a historic lock-in at Morehouse College. It took place in 1969. And let me tell you something. We put our whole foot in this fucking thing. Okay, so we're looking forward to
Storytellers.
hearing it.
Don't sleep on us. We're storytellers. Don't fuck with us. Don't fuck with us.
Okay, great. Now
Can't
it's a
none of y'all
mixtape.
niggas fuck. Can't none of y'all fade us. We can't be faded. We can't be faded.
Now, yes, the problem is, Hans, you think you're a rapper. Go to the
No,
doctor. What are you getting your hip checked out, sweetie?
Yeah, man. Yeah, make jokes.
Those old
Nah,
man
serious.
injuries. Yeah, I'm not even
No, it's
joking.
like, nah, I'm not old man. Like, it's crazy. Younger people are getting like serious hip problems. Yeah, man, it's serious.
No, it's a thing.
Now
Yeah.
we're talking about the options. Like, that's what I'm going to talk about. Is what the
Yeah.
options are.
Well, you know, if you can stomach it, you could ask Shaq about it.
Fucking hell.
You just have to put up with
Fucking, I
it.
just got to put up. I'm getting better. You notice I'm getting better. You notice?
You're not
I'm-
taking the bait. He'll
I'm not
bait you.
taking it. I just
He'll bait you. He wants to give Hans, he gives his best medical advice when you're really angry. Then he'll give you the advice.
give you the truth.
Yeah, he'll give you everything you need once he's got you mad.
That's hilarious.
All right, here's what you do. All right.
All right, I'll talk to you
Later.
Peace.